I will start the recording later. Okay, can someone please close the door for me? Okay, okay, Barani. Priya. Tolong tutup pintu, kakak. Okay, so let's start our discussion for SPD, so Special Priority Distribution. Okay, saya yang tak ready, sorry. So have Okay, so let's start with question number 1. On the average, a hospital receives 6 emergency calls in 15 minutes. It is assumed that the number of emergency calls received follow the Poisson distribution. Okay, so in an interval of 15 minutes, there will be 6 emergency calls in average. So this 6 emergency call in 15 minutes actually the lambda, okay, the mean, average lah. Betul. Takut salah. Okay, now find the probability that not more than 60 emergency call received in an hour. So, sekarang dia follow Poisson. If it's Poisson, then we will have X follow Poisson with the parameter of lambda. So, to determine the lambda, first of all, we need to know what is our X. X is the number of emergency calls received. But remember, for Poisson, we need an interval. It's given that for 15 minutes, it will be 6 emergency calls. But this question asking for received in an hour. Maksudnya dalam masa sejam. So, it should be X is the number of emergency call received in 1 hour. So, if for 15 minutes, we have 6 average calls. So, how about in 1
Madam tak dengar.
Sorry ya, tadi hilang suara kan? Kat dalam mic.
Ya.
Tak apa, tak apa. Saya apa? Nampak kat sini recording Lama ke hilang? Senyap lah. Okay, tak apa. So, kita continue. Tengok probability for X more than or equal to 16. Ada tak dalam table? 16. For X, well, lambda equal to 24. So, we have 16. The probability here is 1 minus 0.9656. Good. So, you use the calculator. Dapatkan jawapan. Apa dia? So, it will be 4, 3, 0. 0.0344. Betul tak? Saya menkira je. So, this is the answer for question A1. Okay? A1 ni termasuklah kita punya X kat atas ni. This is A1. Boleh ya? Boleh. Okay, so settle. Boleh tak saya nak teruskan dengan A2? Boleh. So, sekarang ni for A2, so we have different lambda. Betul tak? Kenapa? Because the hospital will receive the first emergency call. Maksudnya, berapa the first emergency call maksudnya? Satu panggilan lah kan, betul tak? First emergency call between 9 to 9:05 AM. 5 past 9. So in between 5 minutes. Good. The interval here is 5 minutes. The one we have is 1 hour. Originally dibagi dalam bentuk 15 minutes. So how to find the lambda for the 5 minutes? So we have to change our lambda. We have to change the interval here. Betul tak? And then for 5 minutes, it will be how many the lambda is. So we need to find that lah. So the X is the number of emergency call received in 5 minutes. So kalau 15 minutes it's 6. So 5 minutes it will be 6 divided by 15 multiplied by 5. Betul tak? It's just ratio je. So kalau seminit berapa? Kalau 2 minit berapa? So kalau berapa 5 minit? So it will be 5 divided by, it will be 3. So 6 divided by 3 will be 2. So our lambda, the new lambda here is 2. Okay? So now what is the question? They ask you for first call, first emergency call. So it can be what? First emergency call equal to 1. Betul ke? Tak tahu. 1 lah kan? Equal to 1 lah kan? Betul tak? So kalau kita interpret number of emergency call received in 5 minutes. In the first 5 minutes we have the first call. Ke more than or equal to? Equal to 1. So kalau equal to 1, kalau kita tengok table, ada tak lambda equal to 2? Ada tak lambda equal to 2? Ada kan? Lambda equal to 2. Muka surat berapa? Muka surat 12. Betul tak? For x equal to 1 tak ada, tapi kita boleh cari probability of x more than or equal to 1 minus probability of x more than or equal to 2. Okay, so we have what here? We have the value of for 2 is equal to 1 equal to 0.8647 minus 2 will be 0.5940. Betul ke jawapan dia ni? Sama tak? Jawapan belakang. Korang kan suka try and error dulu kan? 7, 0, 7, 2. Betul ke jawapan dia? Betul ya? Betul. Okay, betul lah awak interpret tu. Sebab you dalam masa 5 minit tu you dapat panggilan pertama. So x exactly equal to 1 lah with a lambda of 2. Okay, so that's for question A2. Okay, boleh ya? Okay, so sekarang ni ini simple je lah. You have to just find out what is our lambda. Okay, different interval will give you different lambda. Now, the next question is, saya padam ni tak apa? Nak masuk cepat tutup pintu tu. Oh, kebasahan lah. Itulah kita berjihad lah belajar ni kan. Tapi saya dah bagi dah link Jimmy. Saya kata saya nak upload video. Tapi sanggup juga datang sini. Kenapa? Senang nak faham. Kalau duk kata lena hujan-hujan ni. Okey. Harap ni yang dengar Jimmy ni tak lena. Okay, now. So now for question B, find the number of emergency call received and if it's known that the probability of at most M. Probability at most M. Sekarang kalau at most M maksudnya apa? X should be at most tu paling banyak M. So it should be less than or equal to at most. Paling banyak M. So M adalah paling banyak. So dia kena kurang atau sama dengan M lah. Limit dia adalah M. Okay, so contohnya suami saya kena paling tinggi 180. Betul tak? So rendah ketinggiannya kenapa? 180 dan ke bawah lah kan? Contoh. Okay, biasanya perempuan tak nak suami kurang daripada rendah kan? Nak tinggi kan? Ya. Okay, so receive in half an hour is 0.155. So probability untuk X less than or equal to M equal to 0.155. Tapi sekarang interval yang dia bagi adalah an hours. So what is our X? Our X number of calls ataupun emergency call in half an hour is 30 minutes. Okay. So what we have is the value of lambda equal to 3 for 15 minutes. Sorry, bukan 3. 6 kan? Salah dah. 6 for 15 minutes. 6 for 15 minutes. So, kalau dia 30 minit, dia akan jadi apa? 6 times 2 lah. So, lambda is equal to 6 times 2. Because 15 to 30 is 2 times lah. So, our lambda here is 12. Betul tak? Ni 12 ya. 12. So, now we have lambda equal to 12 and probability of X less than or equal to M equal to 0.155. Macam mana nak cari ni? Dalam table ada ke? Less than or equal to M? Tak ada. Dalam table ada more than. So kita kena ubah dia dalam bentuk more than lah. So if it's less than or equal to M, means that we have to take out the value after M and so on. Which is the value of M plus 1 and above. Betul tak? Sebab dia discrete. Betul tak? So untuk discrete, kita tak ada interval yang continuously. So the next value after M should be M plus 1 lah. So we subtract 1 minus probability of X more than or equal to M plus 1. Okay, this one. Betul tak? Equal to 0.155. So, probability of X more than or equal to M plus 1 is equal to 1 minus 0.155, which is equal to, you tolakkanlah ni, 1 minus 0.155 equal to 5480. Betul tak? 0.845. Okay, so kita sekarang tak tahu nilai R dia apa ataupun nilai X dia apa dekat dalam table. M plus 1 ni tak tahu. So kita nak cari M plus 1 ni apa? So kita ada probability. Dalam table, it's all more than or equal to. Betul tak? So we can find daripada table ni, berpandukan lambda equal to 12 ni. Kita tengok kat dalam table. Lambda equal to 12. Buku surat berapa? Lambda equal to 12. 16. Sekejap saya buka. Muka surat 16. Semua tengok muka surat 16. Table yang kat bawah tu. Lambda equal to 12. So, ada tak probability yang 0.845? Bila R dia sama dengan 9. Okay? Maksud dia apa? Probability from table. From table, we have probability of X more than or equal to 9 equal to 0.845. So, we can say that M plus 1 equal to 9. So, what is M? M is equal to 8. Boleh ya? Boleh. Di tengah termenung tengok. Tak apa. Ada masalah boleh terus tanya. Jimmy pun kalau ada soalan nak tanya, boleh tanya. Saya tak tahu audio kat Jimmy macam mana. Tolong bagi feedback sikit.
Okay, madam.
Okay, good. Okay, terima kasih. Nak ambil gambar. Dah. Okay, let's continue with the next question, number 2. Okay, the probability that a type of antibiotic can cure a certain disease is 0.95. Wow. Antibiotik boleh terus dia cure. Betul ke? Kalau you sebagai orang medik kan, probability nak cure disease tu. It won't cure the disease but it can kill the bacteria. Betul tak? The virus. Antibiotik. Betul tak? Dia will cure lah, tapi kalau kena balik boleh juga kan? Okay, now if 5 patients are given the antibiotic, find the probability that exactly 3 patients are cured after finishing the course of antibiotic. Okay, apa ni? Probability pasal apa ni? Sekarang kita ada probability cure a certain disease. And then now we have 5 patients. Betul tak? So what can we say about this? We want to find exactly 3 patients. So korang confirm lah, korang akan patients are cured. Betul tak? So what is X? X is the number of patients that cure. Betul tak? Tak betul, tak kisahlah ayat dia tu betul ke tak. Tapi korang tahu dia cakap pasal number of patient dengan probability dia cured. Betul tak? So what is this probability? It's talking about number. So we have N which is equal to 5 and then the probability that it will cure a certain disease. The patient is cured is probability of success lah kan? Cured ataupun tak cured. Betul tak? So it will be 0.95. So this is actually a binomial with 5 and 0.95 as the parameters. Right? So now we want to find probability exactly 3 patients are cured. So, probability of X equal to 3, you boleh tak guna table? Soalan saya, first kali, biasanya korang guna table kan? Boleh tak guna table? So, N ada. P ada tak P? P dalam table, the most we have is 0.5. Betul tak? So, tak ada dalam table. So, for this one, you kena guna formula. So, what is the formula for binomial? NCR multiplied with C of R plus Q multiplied to the power of N minus R. So, what is our N? But C 3 multiplied by 0.95 to the power of 3 multiplied by what is Q? 0.05 to the power of 5 minus 3 which is equal to 2. Kalau you letak 5 minus 3 pun betul kat situ. That is the first step to put into the correct formula with the correct value lah. Kalau salah masuk value tak apa, you guna formula yang betul, still boleh bagi dapat markah kaedah. And then you get directly the answer equal to what? Okay, so this is for question A1. So for A2, at least one patient is cured after finishing the course of antibiotics. So what is at least? At least seorang. So dia apa? Saya tahu dia buat macam ni gaya, tapi cuba cakap bagi saya dengar. Less than? At least sekurang-kurangnya. Sekurang-kurangnya maksudnya dia dan juga kawan-kawan dia kat atas. Betul tak? So, X should be more than or equal to 1. So, sebab kita tak boleh nak rujuk table. So, how can we find out? Kadang-kadang macam Okey. Sambung balik ya. Sorry ya. Saya kena tendang. Saya guna dua device ni. Okay. So the next one we have to find the other parameter which is the variance. Betul tak? So how to find variance? NPQ. So NPQ equal to 500 multiplied with 0.95, or you know directly you can find it's equal to what? Mean multiplied by Q. Betul tak? So we found out the mean already which is 475. Just multiply with the Q which is 0.05. Betul tak? Mean is NP. So tinggal nak darab dengan Q je lah. So what is the answer for this one? 23.75. Terima kasih. So 23.75. This is our sigma. Okay? Pasal apa ni? Jalan depan public bank dengan KFC banjir. Okay, tak apa. So continue. Now we want to find probability that more than 480 patients are cured. So probability of X more than 480. Okay, sekarang sebab kita buat approximation, betul tak? So apa kita kena buat? What it means by 480? Does 480 included? Termasuk tak 480 ni? More than kan? So bila more than apa kita kena buat? Kita kena plus 0.5 ataupun kita potongkan hubungan dia. So maksudnya kita kena ambil nilai yang selepas 480 tu, which is the step that we need to do is the continuation correction. Continuity correction. Okay, so it will be probability of X more than 480.5. So kalau sini nak letak equal ke tak? Tak letak equal pun tak apa, letak pun tak apa. Sebab bila kita buat continuity, maksud normal is a continuous function. So we don't have to care about the equal or no equal signs. Okay, now we have done the continuity correction. Kalau dah sekarang ni daripada binomial dah tukar ke normal. Lepas tu normal kena buat apa? Kena standardize, betul tak? Sebab apa? Sebab normal dia ada banyak table kalau kita tak standardize. So the next step is to standardize. How to standardize? It should be Z lah. It's not X already. So Z, what is the formula of Z? The X minus mean, which is 475. And then divide with standard deviation, which is the square root of variance, which is 23.75. Betul tak? Selalu student lupa. Kita punya parameter adalah variance. Dalam formula dia adalah standard deviation. Okay? Jangan lupa. Kalau you takut lupa, you can directly square root nilai 23.75. So you akan dapat nilai dia punya standard deviation. Lepas tu letak kuasa 2 kat atas tu sebagai parameter. Okay, now what is this value? 480.5 minus 475 divided by square root of 23.75. 1.13. So probability of Z should be more than 1.13. So kalau dalam kita punya bell shape of standard normal, so our Z is on the right side of the part C here. So it will be 1.13. So the error is more than. Can we find out directly from the table? Yes, right? Because our table gives you probability of Z more than Z. Okay, so from the normal table, what is 1.13? So we look at the row 1.1 and then the column 0.03. It is equal to 0.1292. Semua dapat? Dapat sama jawapan? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay? Boleh? Dah ambil gambar dah? Nak ambil? Tak payah. Tadi tengok video kan? Galak nak ambil gambar. Okay, so next question. Saya padam lah ni. Saya padam yang kiraan soalan bawah ni je. Hopefully video dia dapat lah yang elok sikit. Okay, now next question is find the largest value of n such that the probability that at least n patients recovered after finishing the course is 0.9. Tu cakap apa tu? Dia beritahu probability that at least n patient. So X should be at least n. More than or equal lah, sekurang-kurangnya n. So n paling sikit. Recovered after finishing the course is 0.9. So dia kata probability X is more than n, more than or equal to n is 0.9. Okay? So sekarang, macam nak cari? Ada ke dalam table? Tak ada kan, dalam table paling tinggi 0.5. So tak boleh nak directly compare. Dan jangan lupa, sekarang ni, kita adalah binomial asalnya. So first of all, what you need to do is to do the CC. So kalau CC apa maksud dia? This value of n will be modified lah. So macam mana? Sekarang kita nak n, sini n dan ke atas. It should be, after we do the CC, the X should be more than or equal to before n. So we have to nilai sebelum n 0.5 kita kena buat apa? Tambah ke tolak? Tolak. So n minus 0.5 equal to 0.9. Okay, that is the first step. CC. Sama juga kan macam biasa? CC kena buat. Betul tak? Lepas tu, the next one, lepas CC kita buat apa? Standardize. Now, you should standardize it. So, how to standardize? The same step as earlier. So, this value n minus 0.5 should be not x, dia jadi z. Okay? So, dia jadi z. So, this z should be subtracting the mean, which is 475 and divide by square root, standard deviation, which is square root of 23.75. Equal to 0.9. Okay, sekarang ni kan kita duk fikir sebenarnya nilai ni kat mana? Tak faham sangat lah, tak nampak lagi. So sekarang kita dah ada Z, kita lukis atas kita punya standard normal punya bell shape ni. So dia tahu dekat sini mesti kosong kalau standard normal. So this area for Z more than is 0.9. Logik tak? Nilai semua-semua ni Z ni dekat sini. So, ini area dia more than kan? So, ini area dia 0.9. Logik tak? Tak logik kan? Because the biggest point kalau kat 0 point baru 0.5. So, where is this value lies? This Z value lies? It will be on the left side of 0. Okay? Kita punya nilai n tolak 0.5 tolak 475 bahagi dengan square root of 23.75 di belah kiri. Barulah probability kat dalam ni 0.9. Area adalah 0.9. Okay. Tapi kan, adakah kita memang cari daripada macam ni terus? Ada ke nilai ni? Tak ada kan? Kita buat apa biasanya? Kita reflect dia kan? So, bila reflect, apa yang akan jadi? Nilai dia jadi less than. Betul tak? Less than tapi nilai kat sini nilai apa? Kalau saya boleh buat, dia akan jadi negative of this. Why? Because kalau let's say kat sini adalah negative 1. Bila kita reflect, dia akan jadi 1 kan? So it's a negative of negative 1. So saya suka guna tu, saya senang lagi nak faham. So it's actually negative of n minus 0.5 minus 475 divided by square root of 23.75. But we are not taking this less than, we are subtracting the more than. Right? So this one is actually equal to 1 minus probability of Z more than or equal to the negative of n minus 0.5 minus 475 over square root of 23.75 equal to 0.9. Ada satu lagi cara yang dia negatifkan nilai di luar. Betul tak? Tapi saya suka guna ni. So sekarang ni, what do you get? Kita nak P, Z ni di belah kiri lah. Lain-lain tu pindah ke sana kan. So it will be probability of Z more than or equal to negative of N minus 0.5 minus 475 divided by square root of 23.75 is equal to 1 minus 0.9 which is 0.1. So we have to check what is the value of Z when the probability is equal to 0.1 dalam table. So 0.1 kat mana dalam table? Macam mana nak tahu? Dia bukannya ada exactly 0.1. Dalam kat dalam bahagian dalam kotak ni, you tengok. Kita ada 0.0985 kalau dia 1.29. Betul tak? Z sama dengan 1.29. Kalau satu lagi adalah 0.1003. Itu kalau dia adalah 1.28. So kita nak guna yang mana? Yang mana paling hampir, yang itu yang kita guna. 1.28. Okay. From table. Okay. Okay. Korang tengok. From table, probability of Z more than 1.28 is equal to 0.1003 which is the nearest. Ataupun kalau you guys tengok dekat dalam muka surat 24. Okay. So you tengok nilai A, alpha. Alpha is the value of probability. Okay. So you tengok alpha, you ada kat situ 0.5, 0.45, 0.4. So, kalau probability of Z more than 0, it will be 0.5. Dia terbalik kat sini. Alpha tu adalah probability dia, ZA tu adalah nilai Z dia. Okay? So, kalau kita tengok 0.1, you tengok alpha equal to 0.1. Muka surat 24 tu, belah kiri sekali, 0.1. Dia punya Z adalah 1.2816. So, sebenarnya dia lagi accurate lah. So probability of Z more than 1.2816 is equal to exactly 0.1. So nak guna yang mana? Dua-dua betul. Okay. So dua-dua boleh guna. Boleh ya? So ataupun kat sini saya ubah. Ataupun or probability of Z more than 1.2816 is equal to 0.1. Okay, so kita hanya compare yang kat dalam ni dengan nilai yang kita ada Z ni lah. So we can use either one of it lah, 1.28 or 1.2816. So the most accurate is here lah. Betul tak? Okay, so let's say we use the bottom one. So negative of n minus 0.5 minus 475 divided by square root of 23.75 is actually equivalent to 1.2816. So what you do is just rearrange so that the n will be the subject lah. So you will get the answer. Boleh ke? Dia panjang cerita dia. Berapa markah? Saya rasa lebih 5 markah. Nampak pendek je kan soalan? Kononnya kalau duduk kat atas katil, duduk bawah selimut, dugaan, cobaan, cabaran, right? Itu semua hanya sementara. Nanti lepas exam nanti buatlah macam-macam atas katil tu. Nak lena, nak main game, nak main gitar. Apa Daniel, kenapa gelak? Nak buat apa? Nak main game. Baru 2 soalan. 4.45 dah. Saya takkan habis sampai pukul 6 tau. Pukul 5 lebih sikit lah. Hujan-hujan ni. Tak apalah, biar lambat asal selamat lah. Okay, now let's continue. Oh, dah keluar lagu baru. Apalah. The number of motorcycle arriving. Okay, this is Poisson. Jom kita skip sekejap boleh? Boleh kan? Sebab dia per minit, 1 minute, 2 minute, alah simple je. Bincang lah. Betul tak? Kita skip nombor 3. Kita buat nombor 4 dulu. Okay, nombor 4 ni je pening kepala sikit. Soalan 1A1 pun dah pening kepala. Tak faham dia punya ayat tu, tak faham lah nak boleh jawab macam mana kan. Okay, the registration record of a private college indicates that 40% of its new intakes are international students and the remaining are local students. Maksudnya apa? It's talking about international students. See, 40% here is talking about international students. So, local students, 60%. That's what we understand lah. And then, if 20 new students are randomly selected, and the number of local students are noted, find the probability that there are equal number of local and international students. Okay. Semua kan, korang fikir, okay, sekarang dia nak number of local dengan international sama. So, nak guna P yang mana? P untuk international ke P untuk local? Sebab dia salah satu kan? So, one of it will be success, another one will be failure lah. So, it depend lah. Okay, kena tengok juga soalan yang dia tanya tu. Mungkin tak boleh guna P 0.4, kena guna 0.6. Tapi kita try dulu buat. Biasanya kita akan guna yang dibagi lah kan? So, we know that our N is equal to 20, our P is equal to 0.4. But with what is N and P is talking about? It's talking about number of 0.4 is a percentage for international student. Okay? Buat tulisan. Hopefully korang faham lah. Okay, number of international students with N number of trial, 20 students, 0.4 is an international student. Okay, now X is a binomial with 20 and 0.4. Okay, let's say we use this one. So the first question, equal number of local and international student, maksudnya apa? Sekarang kita ada 20 new student. Kalau equal number maksudnya 10-10. So 10 local, 10 international. Means that you can use probability of X equal to 10. The number of international student equal to 10. Okay, yang ni senang lah. Directly you can use the formula. Tapi nak guna table boleh tak? Boleh. Sebab P kita 0.4 ada dalam table. Betul tak? Tengok binomial. Ada tak P sama dengan 0.4 untuk N20? So N20 muka surat 7. So P 0.4 pun ada kat sini. Muka surat 7 ni. So boleh guna table. Kalau guna table, directly probability of X more than or equal to 10 minus X more than or equal to 11. Ataupun you boleh guna formula. Apa formula dia? Betul. So 20 choose 10, saya tengah tiba-tiba lost. And then 0.4 to power of 10, 0.6 to power of 10. Kalau kita guna probability untuk X is binomial with 20 and 0.6, maksudnya local, let's say Y lah, Y. So probability of Y also equal to 10 kan? So dia akan jadi apa? 20 choose 10, 0.6 power of 10, 0.4 to power of 10. Sama tak? Sama. Okay? So it depend lah, you nak pilih P yang mana satu. Okay? So ini untuk soalan A1. Sekarang untuk A2, not less than 9 local student. Tapi tadi kita dah define pasal international student. Kalau not less than 9 local. So kalaulah kita punya Y adalah local student. Kan kita dah define kat sini, Y adalah local student. Betul tak? So, not less than 9 local student tu maksudnya apa? Tidak kurang daripada 9. Which is 9, 10, 11 and so on. Nak cari ke 9, 10, 11, 12 nak tambah semua? And then boleh tak guna table? Ada tak 0.6 dalam table? Tak ada kan? Paling tinggi adalah 0.5. So tak boleh guna table, tak boleh guna Y. So kita kena interpret in term of Y, we change it into X. So kalau more than or equal to 9 untuk Y, apa yang akan jadi untuk international student? Okay, let's say kalau 9 local, how many international? 9 ni local, so international akan jadi the remaining lah, which is 11. Betul tak? Kan kita ada 20 orang student baru. Kalau 9 local, baki dia international. So kalau 9 local, 11 international. And then it will be Y more than or equal to 9. Betul tak? It is equal to, kalau 10 pun boleh jadi. Betul tak? So kalau 10 local, international, 10. Kalau 11 local, international, 9. So, 12, 8. 13, 7. Apa yang akan jadi? As this local getting up to 20, the maximum, what is the number of international? So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 and so on. So what can we interpret from this polar? Yeah, it will be probability of X less than or equal to 11. Y is more than or equal to 9. The opposite will be X less than 11. Boleh tak? So, bila less than 11, less than or equal to 11, kita ada 0.4 yang ada dalam table. Betul tak? N pun ada dalam table. So, daripada you cari daripada 0 sampai 11, baik you guna table, which is, this is equivalent to 11 and below. So, what we do? We subtract the above 11, which is 1 minus probability of X more than or equal to, what is above 11? And 12 and so on lah. It will be more than 11 or more than or equal to 12. So nilai probability of X more than or equal to 12 boleh tengok tak dalam table? Boleh kan? Sebab N kita 20, P kita 0.4 ada dalam table. And for X is 12, which is dalam table dia adalah sama dengan 0.0565. Jumpa tak? N equal to 20, P equal to 0.4, muka surat 7. Bila X is more than or equal to 12, it's equal to 0.05965. So 1 minus 0.0565. So we get the answer. Nampak? Kita nak interpret, nak buat yang local, banyak sangat nak kira. Betul tak? Dalam table pun tak ada. Kalau guna formula sampai 11 nak kena kira. So, memang tak boleh nak buat lah. Boleh pun muntah lepas tu. So, we have to interpret the opposite. As the local going up from 9 to 20, the international will reduce to 0 lah from 11. Betul tak? So, what is the answer? 0.9435. Good. Boleh ya? Ini baru part A. Sebenarnya part B lagi senang. Kenapa? Sebab you tak ada fikir banyak-banyak dah. You terus guna normal. Boleh ke? Nak sambung part B? Habiskan part B, lepas tu balik makan. Lapar, kesian. Esok tak boleh makan dah. Esok lena sebenarnya hari. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Makruh. Okay, so let's move on for question B. Kenapa panggil Wan? Hampa jom masak ke esok? Masak. Daddy Corner tak masak? Siapa yang join dengan Daddy Corner tu? Tak ada. Oh. Okay, now. Sekarang dia kata exactly 100 new students are randomly selected. So tadi 20 orang. Sekarang ni N kita 100. So our N is 100. So it's more than 50. And then what we need to do, we have to check NP first. Okay? It's talking about international. Kat sini dia kata dah, by using strict table approximation. Okay? So we have to check first. NP sama dengan apa? It's 100 multiplied by 0.4. So what do we get? 40 is more than 5. So we can use normal. So what is the parameter for normal? It's 40. Or originally it's binomial, right? 100 and 0.4. 40 and NPQ is equal to 40 multiplied with 0.6. So what do you get here? 24. Okay, so 24 as the parameter, as the variance. Now, find the probability that between 38 and 46 are international. So, our probability is talking about international. Tak ada masalah lah. Betul lah tu kita define. So, we want to find probability for X between. Kalau between ni maksudnya apa? Ada equal sign tak? Between, di antara. Cepit je, kan? Dia tak termasuk pun ya. Kalau from, baru dah termasuk. Okay, this is between. Kolah kat situ. 38 up to 46, both are not included. Okay, now this is in binomial form. If we want to approximate from binomial to normal, what we need to do? Standardize tu daripada normal ke standard normal. Sisi, apa tu sisi? Continuity correction. Okay, because it's originally is binomial. We are doing the approximation. Bukan data tu memang normal. Tak, kita yang pandai-pandai tukar daripada normal. Sebab data terlalu besar. Okay, now kalau sisi, this is 38, this is 46. Both are not included, empty dot. So kita kena pastikan dia memang tak termasuk. So, kita kena potongkan hubungan. Kalau at dense dot, kita peluk dia dari luar. Betul tak? So, bila potong hubungan, what is this value? Ya, 38.5 less than X less than this one? 45.5. Pandai dah. Okay? So, now we have done the CC. The next step is standardize. So, it will be this value X will be Z, so everything here should be subtracting the mean and dividing with the standard deviation. So 45.5 minus 40 divided by square root of 24. So what do we get here? It's probability of negative in positive value. 2 decimal places je. Sebab dalam table kita hanya ada 2 decimal places. Dapat tak nilai? Yang tengok jimit. Apa nilai untuk yang lower boundary? Lena.
0.31.
0.31. Negative 0.31. Betul ke? Good, Syazwanis. And then, upper boundary? Quick.
1.12.
1.12. Betul. Bagus kan? So sekarang kalau kita tengok, thank you. Kalau kita tengok kita punya curve bell shape ni, this is negative 0.31, this one is 1.12. So the area is in between. So kita nak buat apa ni kalau yang berada di antara ni? Kalau satu negatif, satu positif, kita buang yang comel-comel ni. Betul tak? So segitiga tepi tu macam nak buang, it should be minus less than negative 0.31 is equivalent to more than 0.31. Okay? So it will be Z more than 0.31. Another array that we need to subtract is probability of Z more than 1.12. So dalam table apa jawapan dia untuk 0.31? Normal ni muka surat berapa? Muka di belakang-belakang, muka surat 21. 0.3 and then column 0.01 is 0.3783 and then for 1.1 and 0.02 is 1314. Ni 1314 ni kalau ikut Chinese ada ong kan nombor ni? Tak tahu. Oh dah keluar dah MV. Oh pukul 6 dah. Tak apalah, sekejap lagi lah saya tengok. Pukul 6 Korea, sorry. Pukul 5 Malaysia kan. So dapatlah jawapan. Okay? Tak apa. Oh, rahsia. Okay ke? Boleh ya? One last question. Question number B2. Determine the value of M such that the probability that the number of international is at most M is 0.993. So kalau ikutkan step dia ni sama macam soalan nombor 1 tadi, betul tak? So dia nak probability X is at most M, maksud dia apa? Paling banyak M kan? So less than equal to M equal to 0.993. Tapi ingat ini adalah binomial. Betul tak? So apa step yang kita kena buat? Kita kena buat macam tadi tu lah. Korang boleh try buat sendiri tak? Try buat, dapat tak nilai M ni? Apa kita kena buat? Jangan lupa mula-mula kena CC. Lepas tu standardize. Lepas tu tengok dalam table kita compare. Betul tak? Oh belum. Sebelum buat table tu kita kena lukis dulu. Tengok dia kawasan mana, kalau kena modify dulu. Dan nampak bentuk dia baru kita compare dengan table. Okay? Boleh ya? So nak balik? Ke Wan nak tunggu kat sini? Wan nampak macam semangat lagi ni. Apa? Tengok MV? Tak apalah, saya tak nak tambah dosa awak. Sebelum Ramadan tak apa, korang tengok sendiri. Saya tak nak bersubahat. Okay? Boleh ya? Boleh. So sekarang ni saya nak stop recording dulu.